Roman Reigns got a little bit more of a pop. Nothing, majority, but he got a little bit more of a pop. And it was following Paul Heyman cutting a promo for 4 or 5 minutes and getting the crowd riled up. This way, when the music hits for Roman Reigns, you got that Southern reaction to it. Sudden, not Southern.
Not Southern, yeah.
Not sudden. And not only that, you hear Roman Reigns personally drop St. Louis in his promo, which is, a way of getting an additional pop. But man, instead of 75% of the building booing him, maybe 60% booed him. And you got to see these people on Twitter fucking with the balls in a bunch. Oh, did you hear the pop that Roman Reigns got tonight? Listen to that back. Does that sound like someone who is over with the crowd? Show me that for a month. Show me that for a month and a half, 2 months, and then I'll say, okay, Roman Reigns is on some momentum. Chris Jericho this week echoed what Edge said, that a majority of fans out there boo Roman Reigns because everyone else does that. And I understand that they're in the business. I understand that they're friends with Roman Reigns. I understand that they're from the inside looking out. We're the outside looking in. Where Chris Jericho and Edge gets it wrong is that fans with John, I think Chris Jericho compared it to John Cena. At one point, John Cena was tremendously over, and then they changed his character, and then the fans did not like it. And because it was for so long, yeah, people will chant, let's go Cena, Cena. We've talked about that for years.
Of course.
But with Roman Reigns, there has never been that period where he was tremendously over. As part of the Shield, it was a cohesive unit. But the thing is, Roman Reigns as a singles guy has never been massively over. And now he is main evented 4 WrestleManias in a row. He just did an interview where he said that he wants to fight Daniel Bryan next year. All right. And he talked about a few other things as well. I guess we could segue that little bit of news in there. But the thing is that fans, after 4 main event WrestleManias in a row, and they're expressing their frustration, what was the excuse 4 years ago when there was no track record of fans booing the guy? What was the excuse then? What was the excuse 3 years ago? What was the excuse 2 years ago? So now it's, well, we just do it because we do it. No, there's been 4 straight years of this. So this is what I personally, and this is an opinion show. I'm not saying, we're right and they're wrong or vice versa. I'm just expressing an opinion. They can't use the John Cena example because this disgruntledness has happened almost since day one when he's been a singles guy. Fans are not accepting it. And what was the reason why everybody booed Batista out of the building when he got the push instead of Daniel Bryan? Was the cool thing to do? Did maybe fans just wanted Daniel Bryan over Batista? Maybe fans just want Braun Strowman right now over Roman Reigns. Maybe fans want Finn Balor instead of Roman Reigns. This guy keeps getting shot after shot after shot after shot after shot. And I just totally disagree with what Chris Jericho said about Roman Reigns.
Yeah, I think they defended him, but I think they really believe that, DT. I don't think, Edge and Chris Jericho are towing the company line in a way they're not even really employed by the WWE other than a need me, sign a short-term contract basis. They're not hurting for money. They don't need the props. I think that they really think that some people do that for that kind of reason. I think they know that others do it because they generally don't like Reigns.
There's some people that will chant anything just because everyone else is doing that. That's been going on for 30, 40 years. I mean, but
of course.
To think that the majority of fans booing Roman Reigns is because everyone's doing that, I just think it's just way off.
Oh no, I don't think majority. I think a portion, not a majority at all. That I don't agree with. But yeah, I mean that Jericho and Edge are, they're pretty set in how they feel about this. And that's the first time they've said that either. So I mean, but yeah, I mean, I think at this point, I mean, it would be pretty funny if Reigns got booed in Saudi Arabia. I just don't see that happening because I just don't think they follow what we do here.
I got a good question for you. I know this is gonna piss off some people, but I'm going to just say it. Are we officially in the territory of the Smoke and Mirrors tour for Ronda Rousey? What I mean by that is this. I don't want anybody to get their balls in a bunch. We loved her appearance on WrestleMania.
Right.
The night of WrestleMania, our recap, Joey Numbers, I remember his commentary. You, everybody basically contributed to this. And Joey Numbers really focused on this one thing. Ronda Rousey trained for that WrestleMania match for months upon months for that specific match.
Right.
After that match, we all talked about how she's going to be, seasoned, groomed. Natty coming to Raw, I praised the shit out of that. She's going to help Ronda Rousey. But are we starting to now notice that, all right, what are we actually doing with Ronda Rousey? And the reason why I say that is we're now 3 weeks removed from WrestleMania. Next week is going to be a month. What has she done? She's done a run-in with Stephanie. She did a run-in last week. She did a run-in tonight, and they're praising it like she just caused the disqualification in the match. And I understand it's, storyline, but to hear Corey Graves saying, who cares? It's Ronda Rousey. No, you care. What, she's just going out there and just tossing people around and causing a DQ. And it's like, oh, it was cool to see Ronda Rousey. So, all right, when does it get to the point where we say, okay, what is actually going on with Ronda Rousey now? Are we going to have, I know she did the little interaction with Dana Brooke, but this is going to be, this Monday is going to be a month. And you understand what I'm saying? Behind the scenes, she's still training. Natty's helping her. Everybody's helping her.
Right.
She's being groomed. But when do we start calling it smoke and mirrors on television?
Well, right now she's become a professional come down the ring and save the day girl. She's done it a couple of times now. Come down, music hits towards the latter part of the match. The bad guys are getting the better of the good guys, and she comes in and saves the day. She did it with Sonya Deville. No, she did it tonight and put Mickie James in the armbar. I don't know. When's she going to have a match on TV? Is she going to be a special attraction where they'll announce, a big announcement? Ronda Rousey will appear on Raw in a match, next week or whatever. I don't know. I once again, we were told that, you're right, DT, smoke and mirrors. We were told she was going to be one of the roster. They're at Raw like everybody else.
Well, she is
on TV. Right. But exact smoke and mirrors. She is one of the roster, but not exactly like everybody else. Not going to be on TV in the way. She didn't even take off her jacket. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Still wearing a jacket when she's even interfering and putting someone in an armbar. She didn't even take off her jacket. So, I hope this is not what it's going to be now, where she's the saves the day girl, basically. That's what I call her. Is she going to be in a match and compete and then climb the ladder where she deserves the supposed, I'm hearing everybody talking about it. We haven't really mentioned it. The main event next year versus Charlotte Flair, which I don't believe that.
That's just wacky podcasts. I saw people.
You heard about that too. I've heard it. I heard it from some notable people. DT too, not like the lower end podcast. I'm talking about like the guys like
level.